What you're seeing right here is just pure perfection right here, guys. This is no joke that my predictions are extremely accurate. You're watching my Apple chart for this month. Everything is going exactly as I expected. Everything is going just like I predicted. Every single day, every single detail. So far, today is the 12th of September. And you guys know that September is always a very bad month for all kinds of finances. You have crypto, you have stocks, you have even other financial indicators. They all tend to go red in September. And staying true to that, this is no joke. It's so far lower than we started this month. This was to be expected, but it's not that low as many people have expected or were thinking it will be. We had some impulses that happened on the days that I said that they will happen. For example, we'll cover some of these circles right here of this week, not the first week, but the second one. If you want to watch my other videos where I cover every single day, I invite you to subscribe and like, so you can get more of this content and you can see my previous work, because this is not my first prediction ever. I'm consistently making monthly predictions, and all of them are extremely accurate. In fact, many of them actually go all the way up to 100% accuracy. So this is no joke, guys. Like I was saying, let's begin and let's start reviewing this day, which is 9th of September. Now, as you can see, the 9th of September was very volatile. In fact, many or even most of these days in this week have been very volatile. You have a green circle. Green circle means an uptrend. It's very easy to read. So we were expecting an uptrend either by 9 or 10 of September. Now, the 9th of September, the price begins right here and closes right here. So it closes slightly above of what we begin with, very slightly. It's actually a very volatile day. In fact, this is what I call a perfect yellow day, because there's lots of volatility, up and downs everywhere. But nonetheless, we close slightly green. And the second day, which is the 10th of September, the second of this green circle. Now we close, this is a very telling and a very clear uptrend. You can see that the price begins right here and does a recovery that kind of retracts a little bit, but then recovers again, even higher. And this is where it ends, this is where the day ends, and this is where it begins. So you can see that the price just jumps. It's a very clear uptrend, exactly like I predicted. In fact, both of these days were green. It's just that 9 was just slightly, was more like a yellow day, and the other one, the 10th of September, it was a very clear definition of an impulse. Now the next day is the 11th of September. We're seeing that day is shared by two circles. So we already got what the meaning of a green circle is, right? So the red circle is the exact same, just the opposite. It's a correction. So we were expecting a very volatile day because these two energies are focused on that same day. So this is where the price begins, and as you can see, what it really does immediately is just a big correction. The price dumps, but then recovers and closes even further than it began. So what ended up happening is that the green energy on that day, the 11th, just kind of defeated the other red energy. But nonetheless, we saw a very volatile day, especially in the first hours. Especially in these first hours of the day. It was extremely volatile. And now we're currently on the 12th of September. And we are closing on green, slightly green. It's not really that dramatic. The price is just slightly above what it started on the first candle. But nonetheless, it was a recovery after this dump. So both days were green, the 11th and the 12th, especially the 12th, the 11th. That's a more clear uptrend in this sense. And for the next day, which is tomorrow, which is Friday, I'm thinking it's going to be a red day. I'm thinking it's going to be a correction. We're going to see the price dump, probably to similar levels. This is a very clear support level. Basically the entire month so far. Probably to these levels, maybe could be not that low, who knows. But I'm expecting a red day tomorrow. So you guys need to watch out for this. You guys need to watch out. My main objective with this channel and with my knowledge is to bring you all incredible strategic advantages, because I'm the only one who can predict the future, day by day, week by week, month by month, on any kind of stock, or forex pair, or whatever. Because I also cover crypto, by the way, but I only cover cryptocurrencies on my crypto channel, so you can watch it if you want. But my main objective with these guys, with all of this, with my work, is that you win. That's really my main and only goal right here. So anyways, guys, this is very powerful. Now let's see my other chart for NVIDIA, which is also a stock that I have been covering this month, and I have been covering for several consecutive months as already. We're seeing, for example, the chart of August. We're seeing the chart of July or June. I mean, I've been covering NVIDIA for at least 4 consecutive months, and 3 out of these 4 have been 100% accuracy. Well, there's still time to be define this month of September, but you get my meaning. Of the 3 past months, 2 of them have been 100% accurate. We'll have to see this one, but so far it's looking like it's going to be a 100% accurate chart once again. Now you can see that for NVIDIA, these days were not that really uptrendy. This was clearly reflected in this chart, in these red circles. So we were expecting red energies, correction energies for these days, 9 or 10, 10 or 11. Now what happens is that 9 and 10 are actually very yellowish days. It's not like Apple, where we saw at least some uptrends, even if just slightly. The price on NVIDIA also ends on a very slightly, very clear yellowish trends. Some days are slightly green. For example, that's the case for 9th of September. Other days are slightly red. But what we saw with the 11th of September, that's where the impulse actually occurs on NVIDIA. It's a very strong impulse, actually. You can see that this is where the day ends, and this impulse continues in the first hours of the 12th of September, which is today. And you can see that this impulse was also part of the strategy, was part of my prediction, because you see that this day, the 11th, was shared again by 2 opposite circles, a red and a green one. So there was a chance that there could be either way, and there could be a lot of volatility in between. And it was a really volatile day, but especially upwards. You can see that the price just jumps after this small correction right here in the first hours. So the price solidifies as an uptrend, exactly like I predicted. And this day is part of this yellow circle, which is just volatility and range, and a mix of the two sometimes. And we're seeing right here that so far, especially for the last hours of the day, it's basically a range. The price is just basically does a range, a perfect range. In the first hours, it jumps, like I was saying. The impulse of the last day continues in the first hours, but then the price just kind of freezes, collapses a little bit, goes high, but then again ends the day with the price collapsing again. And this forms, like I was saying, the perfect range. You can see right here, it's perfect. So we can maybe expect that to happen tomorrow for NVIDIA as well. Or it could be a volatile day downtrends, because we saw that Apple also had a red circle for tomorrow. So we'll have to see. But so far this week, it appears that Apple just performed better than NVIDIA. Slightly better, especially on the previous days to the 11th. But really, guys, what really worries me the most is the next weeks. The next weeks promise to be especially very corrective. I'm seeing a lot of reds, barely any greens, and way more yellows than usual. So that means that it's going to be very volatile, and there's going to be some days where the price just does nothing, and it's basically a range. The impulse could also be very disappointing. So again, guys, my real goal with all of this is that you gain knowledge from my predictions, and you apply that to your strategies. So you can have a perfect field day. Because predicting the future is just the ultimate strategic advantage that one can get. So anyways, that's all I have for today. I invite you all to subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.